Hi ladies, welcome to yet another episode and a happy new year to you. Welcome to the year 2026. Now, as most of us probably took time to reflect on 2025, I know that you probably have great plans for 2026. So I thought, why not sit down and have a chat with a woman who's doing great things just to hopefully inspire you a little bit as you get the year started. So I am here today at Slay Sisters with a wonderful lady named Theo.
Wow.
Hey Theo.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Not too bad at all.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's good to have you.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I mean, she's been hosting me in her store. It's been amazing, and I highly recommend that you come through and check it out. So we're gonna have a chat a little bit. Maybe before we get into the questions, we'll have an icebreaker.
All right.
Okay, so when you make your cereal, milk or cereal first?
I think cereal for me.
Cereal.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Me too. I mean, apparently there's no right answer, but I don't understand how you can put milk and then add the cereal.
It depends what you like. Do you like it warm or you like it cold? But I think I start with the cereal. Then I'll decide what I want, how I'm feeling.
I get that. Okay, next question. So if you were told that you had an opportunity to pack your bags, like right now, and go somewhere in the world, where would you go?
Paris. If I'm given an opportunity, I would love to go to Paris to see all those beautiful places that people always talk about.
Yeah.
You know, just to view the place and speak French. Bonjour, bonjour.
Oh, I love that. So last icebreaker question. If you had to be stuck on an island for 21 days, where are you going with?
My husband.
Oh, okay, correct answer.
Yes, because it completes the puzzle.
I love that. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Awesome. All right, so we'll get into the questions just so we get to know you better and, inspire other ladies out there.
All right.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and who Slay Sisters is.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for such an opportunity. I'm so inspired by these two, what they do. And with me, Slay Sisters began in a plastic bag. And what it is today, trust me, it's a testimony for me. And God is there out there. Because when I started selling in a plastic bag, selling in town, in Harare. Things really got bad for me at home.
Okay.
So hence that now when things got bad for me, I started walking salon to salon. And it was really tense. Jeez. Coming from a school, coming from Petra, where you're thinking you're the A student, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to work with your own hands.
Right.
So from that, Slay Sister is built to become what it is in Bulawayo is known as City of Kings, Bulawayo. We've produced it to become the land of beauty.
I agree.
So right now we are trying to beautify every single lady that is out there who can, not who thinks, but who is so beautiful. Sometimes you don't have to be told you're beautiful, but you can beautify yourself with wearing beautiful clothes. So
what exactly inspired you to actually start? You mentioned that, yes, you started selling from a plastic bag, but what actually inspired you to start? I love clothes myself, as you can see. Yeah, she always looks stunning. No, I do. I grew up looking at Princess Diana. I think it's fairy tale. When you look at people and you're like, wow, she looks so clean and neat. And with me, I loved clothes. Okay. I like people who are polished. Yeah. You need to look good to feel good. I think it's really inspired me to really dress up well. No, it makes sense. And I think it's very reflective in your brand. Yeah. There's just this standard of excellence. It looks stunning. And even as I was moving around, just the quality of the clothes as well. Okay. It really shows that you believe in investing. So, yes, you need to invest. Businesses hasn't been easy. For young people, maybe let me help you out. I feel like being a young entrepreneur is not easy at all, especially in Zim sometimes. We go to university, you try and get a job, you can't find. But remember passion and what God has put in you. Right. You have to try and find out what is working for you. For me, I found myself into the clothing. Okay. And I realized, this is actually paying my bills and it's doing very well for me. Yeah, for sure. And that's why we're even sitting here today, to encourage ladies out there to keep going despite the circumstances. And I love how, you mentioned how your background, how things were a bit tough. Yes. Now, there's probably a couple of women who are going to be watching this and who are going through really tough situations. Okay. What actually helped you pick yourself up when it felt like you'd hit rock bottom? What gave you that push? And to get started, Personally, I looked at myself, my surroundings. When no one can give you any funds? Yeah. You're looking at the situation, you grew up in a good family, and then you're thinking to yourself, who can sustain you? Who can pay your food, your rent, your food? There's a lot of things. So it gave me that push to say,
do I want to become this person
Right.
if I sit around? So I've told myself, you know what? I just need to pick myself up and push.
Yeah.
So it has really inspired me. And also knowing God and believing and being patient, it has actually driven me in so many ways, to be honest.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. I think it really goes to show that religion is not really just about showing up at church on a Sunday.
No, it's not.
Right.
Your background is very important. Like with me, I used to take my parents for granted because the time when I had and when I didn't have, it was quite tough for us. And we needed to support our parents, you know, when you get to a certain age. So I'm just always saying to a lot of young people, guys, we need to carry on pushing. Life is not easy.
Yeah.
Even if you had a good background, don't stop on yourself to say, I can do this. You can do anything. Zimbabwe is open for a lot of business.
That's so true.
So let's open our eyes and see what is out there. Young women, open your eyes. Don't sit back and just relax and wait for someone to pay your bills.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Oh my God, I think that is such wisdom.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a tendency that when mom and dad are providing,
Exactly.
when there's money coming in every month, you just like, you know, sit down and just chill and relax. But I think one major point we can take away from what she just shared is the fact that, no, keep your hands busy. And I mean, when you look at the Proverbs 31 woman,
Exactly.
she was about her business.
And she didn't worry about a lot of things that were going on in her side. You should be focused.
Yeah.
I just believe you have a plan and a goal and an outcome. That's what I always tell myself.
That's so true.
I've got a plan like right now, entering 2016.
Yeah.
Have you written out your goals?
Yeah.
Have you written out your plans? Most people are sitting there and wondering, are people being, you know, I think when they look at us and they always say, who's giving her money? Who's doing this? Yes, I've got a partner. The way you and your husband started. You know, it wasn't easy. You know, people judge you with the way you speak sometimes.
That's so true.
I don't know how you guys do it.
I deal with it all the time.
Yes, and they'll be like, talk nicely. So what I realized that, you know, every time I was going in eat here, I'll be like, okay, I'll try to, you know, that's when I realized, no, let me learn how to speak. I speak Ndebele, of course, because I grew up in Blawe.
Okay.
But my Ndebele is not that good. I'm a Shona.
Yeah.
So I realized that now I had to learn so that I could speak to every client that walks in. And remember that when you now, going back to my background with my husband, also growing into a 3-bedroom house, where we're sharing with people, different people. And then we're only a young couple. It inspires you to try and push further.
And do better.
Because everyone there is rocking up with a car in church. And there you guys are walking. You're like, God, is this where we're going to be with our kids? But no, achievement is possible.
Wow, I love that. That is so inspirational. You spoke about your marriage.
Yes.
How has that influenced who you are today?
I think getting to know someone has been the toughest thing for me, to be honest. Getting to know my husband, you know, it's two different people.
Of course.
In one boat.
Yeah.
So we're sailing we're in one boat together. But one thing we've done, I've tried to understand him on the other side. So we try and balance it that way. I think we've balanced each other. He's got his strong side and I've got my weak side.
That's so true.
We're still going strong. 8 years.
Wow.
Yes.
8 years is not a joke, especially in this day and age.
Not a joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
And ladies, I think it really speaks to something also very, very important. Who you marry matters. Because you could marry somebody that helps you actually progress.
Exactly.
Or somebody that actually hinders your progress. And when I look at what you've built, what you are building, where you've come from.
It's been something else.
It shows that there's something there that actually allows you to keep going. So truly, it's not just about the money, ladies. It's not about him having a car.
No. Sometimes I always say, most of the ladies that come in, right, like, I'm feeling daughter Angel, so who drives the car? I'm like, guys, it just doesn't wake up like that. And like what you're saying, patient pays. Guys, let's be patient and work hard for your own thing so that man can respect you also.
Wow.
You also need to put something on the plate.
Oh, come on.
It's not only about the man. That's the truth. We do say they're the providers. Don't get me wrong. But he also wants a woman who's wise. Just imagine sometimes if you get a wife who doesn't build you, where is that man going to be without you? So let's be a builder.
Oh yeah, that is such a powerful point.
Yeah.
Now that we've entered a new year, a new season, 2026. I want to ask you this question in terms of your clients. What should they expect? What should they expect in 2026 from Slay Sisters?
2026, we're expecting to have slay babies.
Okay.
Slay men.
All right.
Yes. Something that has to come through because most of the clients have been asking themselves, what can we get our husbands or kids? We don't have that to offer.
Okay.
And of course, the ladies, they need to actually expect a lot of new change.
Okay.
we're bringing in a bang. Spotlight that was there before is coming back. There's another shop called Spotlight.
Okay.
So we're definitely bringing back that casual look.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love that, and we are so excited.
No.
So excited. And if you're watching this, just support. We'll put the details below. Come through, support them. You're supporting
thank you
not
so
just the
much.
woman herself, but a Christian business too. So come through and support them. And lastly, as we've entered a brand new year, what's the advice? You're a woman who's been in business for, 10 years now?
Yes.
10 years, that's a lot of wisdom and experience that's there. What would you say to the lady on the other side of the screen who perhaps is starting a business or is running a business in 2026? What strategy should she put in place? What things can she do to set herself up for a great business year?
Never underestimate the power of small beginnings.
Okay.
Tell yourself that while you're in that business, like I said, I started off with 200 rands, and be patient and put that 200 rands to be $1,000.
Right.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
It's never progresses like just like that. It wakes up like with $1 million. What I'm saying to ladies, just be patient, and each month try and write down what you have achieved. Like we've got your sales. When you have your sales, have a book where you're going to do your outing.
Okay.
Don't overspend what you can't.
Okay.
That's very important in business.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that they've reached, like if you've made 400, you feel like, no, I should spend the other 200 because I've put
so
200.
true, yeah.
That doesn't make sense for me. I feel like get yourself a salary.
Okay.
Start off with yourself, be faithful and say, I'm going to pay myself $20. From that 20, I know sometimes it feels so painful, but that's a business because who's going to invest in you?
That's so true.
If you're not going to be patient enough, pay yourself $20 and say that's all I'm getting for now.
Yeah.
Because you need to keep on investing more money into the business.
Exactly, yeah.
So I feel like with the ladies, stick to it, and you know what? Just be strong. You can definitely do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So powerful.
Yeah.
You heard it, ladies. So much wisdom, so much inspiration. This is a woman who has had her highs and lows in her career so far. She had tough moments, but she's standing here today and she's building such a lovely empire. So there you have it, ladies. That is Theo. She is the founder of Slay Sisters. And I don't know if you have any parting words.
No, I just want to say thank you. We appreciate you.
Pleasure.
Yes. And God bless you guys all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, that'll be it for today. Ladies, have a blessed Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next episode.